Hello everybody. Today we start with a new chapter in Maths for Standard 10th ICSE, that is construction. A very easy chapter as such because it is related to only basic two things. Three things in fact. One is we'll be learning about the drawing of the tangents, and secondly about the incircle and circumcircles to be drawn to the triangles, and finally is the construction of hexagon. So these are the three things what we require in this particular kind of this particular chapter. Okay, so we go one by one. So we'll directly start with the exercise, because or else I just go through the basics for tangents, because otherwise it's quite easy. So some basics about the tangents and in case of circumcircle, circle. So let's see, first thing is, we very well know that tangents are the perpendicular drawn to the radius at a point of intersection of the radius and the tangent. So it is perpendicular to the radius. So if I am asked to draw a tangent to this particular circle, what I am going to do is I am just going to draw any kind of a radius, which will be here, and then draw a 90 degree that is perpendicular to this particular circle. So this is the tangent to be drawn to a circle. So for drawing the tangent, you are just going to draw the things like this. The second D is, if I am drawing a tangent to a circle from a point outside the circle. Now this is something which is going to be important, because such kind of questions are going to be asked. So suppose I have got a circle over here and I have got a point over here. Now if this point, from this point I am going to draw two tangents over here. So what I do is that first of all I am going to join these 2 points. Okay, I'll join these 2 points, and then I am going to draw the perpendicular bisector of this. Means from here take more than half and cut an arc on top and bottom. Similarly, same radius, cut an arc on top and bottom, and join these 2 points. So give you the resultant perpendicular bisector of this line. Let's take it as OP. From this particular point, that is the midpoint of OP, what you are going to do is take a measure equal to this much, okay, and you are going to cut arcs, or you can even draw the complete circle if you want. But otherwise, in easiest thing is that just to draw arcs over here and over here. So of course it is going to pass through this also, it is going to pass through this also. Okay, this because if you draw a circle, it will be a circle like this. Okay, so we are going to draw this circle on just draw arcs, because we are interested in only this point and this point. And then you are just going to take a scale and join this point and join this point. So these are the required tangents from a point outside the circle. There is one more thing important over here is, if I am not given the point but I am given the angle between these two over here, let's say if it is 60 degrees, I know very well that if this is 90 degrees and this is also 90 degrees because they are the tangents, so this angle over here will be 180 minus 60, yani 120 degrees. Okay, this is the important part. We will be using this thing in one of the sums, so that you come to know why I asked you to understand this part. So in case you are not given the distance OP and we need to find out, you need to draw the tangents which are such that the angle between the two tangents is 60 degrees. How to draw it will be in this manner, that you are going to draw this 120 degrees and then say 90 degrees on both sides. Okay, so that is about the tangents, very simple. That was what you are going to have in the tangents. The next what we are having is incircle and circumcircle. So very clearly we know that if I am drawing a triangle, and to this triangle if I am going to draw the circumcircle, then I am going to draw the perpendicular bisectors of any 2 sides. So from here perpendicular bisector up, from यहाँ पे cut किया ऐसे. So this is your first perpendicular bisector of this first side. Then you take this 2 sides or this 2 sides, your choice. Suppose I take these 2 sides, so I take these 2 sides over here and I draw an arc here and an arc here from this point, and from arc here and from arc here like this. So this is going to be the next perpendicular bisector. So this gives me the intersection point between the red and the blue line. Once I have this intersection line, I'm just going to take this much from here to here as the radius, and I'm going to draw the circle. So the circle will be something like this. Okay, this is how the circle will be formed from by that is a circumcircle. So what is a circumcircle? A circumcircle is a circle drawn to a triangle which is passing through all the three vertices of the triangle. Okay, a circle passing through all the three vertices of the triangle is called as the circumcircle of the triangle. Similarly, now if I have got to draw a incircle, so I am going to draw this particular triangle and I want the incircle, so I am going to take angle bisectors of any two angles over here. So this is the first angle bisector and this will be the second angle bisector. So this is the second angle bisector. So this point over here is the center that is called as the incenter. Incenter is the center through which the incircle is to be drawn. So from here I need to draw a perpendicular. So how do I the D method. So from here I'll take a D like this. Okay, so I get this point and then I'll take anything radius less than more than half and cut an arc here, and from here I'll cut an arc here, and then I join this line over here. Then this distance from here to here, this distance over here, this from this point to this point is the radius, and then I draw the circle which will be touching the circle at the three sides. So the circle will be drawn with radius equals to from here to here, and the circle is drawn such that the circle is tangential to all the three sides of the triangle. So this is called as an incircle. Incircle is a circle drawn to a triangle. Incircle is a circle drawn to a triangle having all the three sides touching the circle. Okay, so all we can say all the three sides tangential to the circle. So that is the incircle. Right, and lastly is the regular hexagon. Hexagon as such, the method what we are going to have will be, or we'll just discuss that thing when we are having the sum over there, because I'm going to tell you the method of drawing an hexagon, which is okay. There are two methods, but the one which is going to be, we'll discuss that thing in the question, right? It's better that way. Okay, so let's start with the exercise 19 now. So we are on exercise 19. Okay, so that is the first exercise, the only exercise for construction. There are totally 28 sums, so we'll be doing 14 of them. So let's start with construction of standard 10th. Right, so draw a circle of radius 3 centimeters. Mark a point P at a distance 5 centimeters from a center of the circle. Draw two tangents PA and PB to the given circle and measure the length of its tangents. Very easy. So as I said, what is a circle? So we have over here the circle is of radius 3 centimeters. So taking the radius of 3 centimeters, you are going to draw a circle like this. So this is a 3 centimeter circle. We are going to take a point which is at a distance of 5 centimeters from the center. So we are going to take a horizontal line like this and cut the 5 centimeter mark over here. So this is your point O, this is your point P. The next what we are going to do is draw the perpendicular bisector of OP. So perpendicular bisector of OP will be from O, cut an arc on top, cut an arc at the bottom. From P, cut an arc from the top and cut an arc from the bottom. You get this particular thing as the perpendicular bisector. So this is the perpendicular bisector of this line. Now you are going to take this much as the radius. That is, if I take this as M, then OM as the radius. You are going to take the radius and draw the circle from O passing through O and P. So it will be a circle passing through O and P. So this gives you 2 points. This is point A and this is point B. Now you just need to join PA and PB. So PA is joined like this and PB is joined like this. So this is the required tangent. You just measure this particular side. So we get over here PA is equals to PB is equals to, now we will find that done. I think it should be equal to 4 centimeters. Okay, it will be equal to 4 centimeters for sure, in fact. Why would that be? Any idea? Okay, it's a simple thing. We are given that OP is 5 and OA is equals to 3. So by Pythagoras theorem, because this is 90 degrees again, this will be 4. So that's why PA is equals to PB is equals to 4 centimeters. Of course, you don't need to do the calculation. You are just going to take the scale and measure it and write the answer. No need for calculation. But yes, if it is something like this, you know that the answer should be 4. So you can always write the answer as 4 even if it is coming as 4.1 or 3.9. Okay, because you want that the answer should be exactly the same as so nobody is going to check your answer with a scale that whether it is 3.9 or 4. You cannot usually come to know the difference between 3.9 and 4. So yeah, quite obviously you are going to write it as 4 centimeters, considering that you already know that it's a Pythagoras theorem triplet. Right, so this was sum number 1. Now we move on to sum number 3. So sum number 3. Draw a circle of radius 5 centimeters. Draw two tangents to the circle so that the angle between the tangents is 45 degrees. So this is something that if I show you roughly, it is this way, that this is going to be the figure like this, where I don't know any other thing except for the fact that this is 5 centimeters, and I know that the tangents over here, this angle over here is 45 degree. So if this is 45, this angle over here, because this is 90 and this is 90, so this angle x over here, so x will be equal to 1, it will be 360, that is the sum of angles of a quadrilateral, minus 90 minus 90 minus 45, that will be equal to 135 degrees. So this angle x over here is equal to 135 degrees. This part is very important for us in this particular sum, because this is the only method which is available to us to draw. So what we are going to do is, we are going to take a circle. Now mind well, here we don't know how much space is required, so it's better that we take the tangents downwards or upwards depending upon your space in the paper. So if you are taking it this way, suppose it's a fresh paper, it's a fresh thing that we are starting from the start of the paper. In that case, I will draw the circle on the top over here, and then I am going to take a point and draw a line like this. That will be my first line. So this will be my first line, OA, which is, of course, I know that the radius is 5 centimeters. So accordingly, this is 5 centimeters, of course. Then I am going to mark 135 degrees to this thing. So 135 will be like this. So if I am drawing 135, I can just extend this a bit, draw a semicircle, then mark 60, 120, and then 90. Okay, this is 60 mark, this is 120 mark, this is 90 mark. So, and then between 90 and 180 will be the arcs over here like this, such that this angle over here will be 135. So this gives you 135 degrees. Okay, this angle OAB is 135 degrees. Got it? So this is what we did. यहाँ पे 145 145 चाहिए था, तो we drew 135 over here. Now from this point we are going to draw 90 degrees, and this point we are going to take 90 degrees. So this is 90 degrees like this, a semicircle, 60 degrees, and then 120 degrees. So 90 degrees. So this will be a line like this. So this will be the first tangent. Similarly, we are going to take 90 degrees over here also. So 60 degrees, 120 degrees, and then 90 degrees. So we get the tangent like this. So this is the required point P, and PA and PB are the required tangents which they have asked us. So this is, you can see that if you take a protractor and measure this thing, you will come to know that this is 45 degrees, which has come automatically. We don't need to draw it. Automatically it comes to be 45 degrees, because this is 135, this is 90, and this is 90. So automatically what is remaining in a quadrilateral is 45 degrees. So this is how you draw the figure for a tangent should be drawn from a point outside the circle when they have not given us the point, the distance of the point from the outside the circle. They have given only the angle between the two tangents. If they are given the angle between the two tangents, I can find out it is supplementary. This one and this one will be supplementary to each other. So accordingly, I can find out the angle between the two radii of the tangents, and accordingly I can draw the required tangents. So that was the question number 3. We now move on to question number 5. So question number 5. Using ruler and compass only, draw an equilateral triangle for 4.5. Okay, that was the end of all the sums for tangents. We now move on to this one. Now I'll just check up the second and the fourth sum. Is there something different than that? Okay, draw a circle of 9 centimeters diameter. So of course radius will be 4.5. Mark a point 7.5 and on the center and the tangent. So same as the first one. Fourth one, draw a circle of 4.5. Draw two tangents at an angle 60 degrees. So again the same as the third one. So nothing different than this one. So yeah, absolutely okay. We move on to question number 5. You need to draw an equilateral triangle of 4.5 centimeters. So we are going to draw the equilateral triangle. How to draw an equilateral triangle is you're going to take the triangle to be AB with the base as 4.5, and then you are going to take 4.5 as the radius and cut arcs over here and right leg. So it will be cut an arc here from A and cutting arc from here from B, and so this will be your required equilateral triangle. Okay, this is your required equilateral triangle, which is 4.5, 4.5 and 4.5. So this is also 4.5. I'm not writing it, not required to write. And draw to its circumcircle. So I need to draw a circumcircle to this thing. So to draw the circumcircle, I need to draw two perpendicular bisectors of the side. So first one is with AB. If I draw this perpendicular bisector of AB, it will be like this. So from A, I cut this arc, from N this arc, and from B, I cut this arc and this arc, and then I draw this perpendicular bisector. The next is I'm going to take BC. Again from BC, I'm going to take the arcs. So first up and down, and from C, cut up and here. So this gives you your required two perpendicular bisectors of AB and BC. So this over here, point O, is the point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisectors. Taking the radius equals to OB, we are again taking the radius equals to OB. OB is the radius. I am going to draw the circle. So OB as the radius, you are going to draw the circle. So it will be this way, that I draw the circle like this. Okay, so this is how you are going to draw it and get the answer for this one. So OB is radius. Now let's see whether they are asked us any question regarding this. So measure the radii of the circle. They asked us to measure the radii of the circle. So we can measure the radii of the circle and just write it down. So maybe it could be any of the things. So I am not sure about the answer, but because there is no calculation possible in this case. But the radii of the circle, as per the textbook behind, is 2.6 is the radius. So radius will be 2.6. OB is equal to, so OB, or we can say radius R is equal to 2.6 centimeter. That was question number 5. Now we move on to question number 7. Question number 7. Using a compass only, draw okay, before question, I think I'd better go for question number 6 because it is a different sum altogether. Question number 7 is easy, equilateral triangle है, वो भी inscribed circle है, वो inscribe हम लोग करेंगे, not a problem, inscribe. But here inscribe anyway is there also for the 6th sum, so that's why. But inscribe उसके अंदर है AB minus AC का is equal to 1. That is the important part of the question. So I'll do that particular thing over here. So instead of 6th one, I'm doing the instead of 7th one, I'm doing the 6th one automatically. Then I'll go for the directly the okay, I think it will go for 8th also because 8th is different. I'll skip 9th one, and let's see. We'll do some alternate sums in this manner so that we are having all the different kind of sums available. So what you are given over here is that BC is equals to 7 centimeters and AB minus AC minus AC is equal to 1 centimeter. Now this is a tricky one, and you are told that angle ABC is equal to 45 degrees. So what we do over here is, first of all, we are going to draw a line BC equal to 7 centimeters. Okay, BC is 7 centimeter. Now, angle ABC is given as 45 degrees. So you are going to draw 45 degrees over here. So to draw the 45 degrees, we are going to have the semicircle first. then 60 degree, 120 degree, from 60 arc here, from 120 arc here to give you the required 90 degree, and then the 90 degree and 0 degree, say we are going to have the angle bisectors. So this gives you the line which is 45 degrees. Now the next thing what we are doing is, I know that AB minus AC, so somewhere here AB minus AC is going to be 1 centimeter. So I'm going to take 1 centimeter and in the radius and cut an arc over here. Okay, I'm going to cut an arc over here, and then I'll do the construction in the color so you can come to know. So this part is your 1 centimeter. I'll join this line. So I will join this over here, and then I'll draw the perpendicular bisector of this. So perpendicular bisector of this from here upwards, and from here like this. From here, cut here, and I'm going to join this over here. So this is the point. This point over here is your point A. Just connect this and this. You get it as the required triangle ABC. So this is your required triangle ABC. Now let's understand also why we did this thing, so that it is more clearer in your mind. They are given us that AB minus AC is 1. That means AB is a bigger line and AC is a smaller line. What I did was that I just marked 1 centimeter. उसके बाद मैंने क्या किया, यहाँ पे जब मैंने join किया तो this became the base, and I drew an isosceles triangle over here, such that this part is equals to this part. AC and these are equal. So if AC and these are equal, उसका मतलब क्या, AC and AB के बीच में difference कितना होगा, 1 centimeter. So how do I draw the isosceles triangle? That by making the perpendicular bisector. So because I know that perpendicular bisector of the base will meet the vertex of the isosceles triangle. So that's why I get this point as A. Okay. So once I get this point as A, then this becomes my required ABC as the required triangle. Now we need to draw. So now the next thing is inscribe a circle into this. So I'm going to draw the inscribed circle. So I'm going to draw the angle bisectors at 2 points. So this point over here. So this is the required cut point here, cut here. From here we cut an arc here. From here we cut an arc here. And we draw this angle bisector. Similarly, we can draw an angle bisector over here. So this will be the angle bisector. So they will meet at this particular point. From here, we are going to draw a D. So from here, we are going to take it as like this. And from here, cut arc here. From here, cut an arc here. And just join this part. Then this much part, from here to here, this much part is your radius. And with this as the radius, you are going to draw the circle. So the circle what we will be drawing will be something like this. Okay, this will be the required circle, that is the inscribed circle over here. You can just check out if you need to mention anything of the measurement. No, it is not required. So that's the end of the question number 6. Understood? So because of this A minus B, AB minus AC, 1 centimeter, I did this particular sum, as it is slightly different from other sums. Now we move on to sum number 8, because 8 has got too many points. So let us take one such sum which has got too many points to be done, and then we can take up the 11th sum directly, because 6 के बाद 8 के बाद 10 नहीं लेना है, उसके बदले we can take the 11th sum. Right, so 8th sum. Consider a triangle ABC with the following data. So let's draw. So they are given that base AB is equal to 6 centimeters, BC is equal to 6.2 centimeters, and angle CAB is equal to 60 degrees. So we draw this thing. They are given that the base we have to take is 6 centimeters, that is AB. BC is 6.2, but angle A is 60 degrees. So from here, draw a semicircle and cut an arc to give you the 60 degrees, and then you are going to cut arc here to give you C at 6.2. So this is the required triangle which they asked us. So that was the first part of the question. In the same diagram, draw a circle which passes through point ABC and mark its center O. So basically, they ask us to draw the in circle because it should pass through ABC. So in circle के लिए क्या करना पड़ता है? We are going to draw the angle bisectors of two sides, two angles. So this is the first angle bisector, this is the second angle bisector. So angle bisector of the two sides are given here. This will be the O point. Now we are going to draw the perpendicular because we need an exact value of the radius. So we are going to draw the perpendicular perpendicular, dropping a perpendicular from O on AB. So this is the perpendicular given. Accordingly, you will find that this is the required radius and you draw the circle in this manner. Okay, this is the required circle. Now, second is draw perpendicular from O to AB such which meets AB at D. So now we are also going to draw from A, we are going to draw a perpendicular from O on AB. Okay, that is we already done. We have already taken that thing and meet at D. So this is point D. We already done that thing. And prove that AD is equal to BD. AD is equal to BD. We have to prove that. So to prove that thing, we can know that these are angle bisectors. What we do over here is AB is equal to AD. This is perpendicular bisector. We know this is perpendicular. It's a bisector. So this side is equal to this side. Right? And this is common. So by SAS test. So it will be in triangle ODA and triangle ODB. You got OD is equal to OD common. We got angle D is equal to angle D 90 degrees and AD is equal to BD. Oh sorry, AD is equal to BD. We need to find out. Sorry. So next thing is angle OA is equal to OB. OA is equal to OB because their perpendicular distance is same. So this is going to be, anyway, such proofs are not going to come also anyway. We will write it. So OA is equal to OB over here because it is an isosceles triangle over here, and or else we can just say, in this case it is related to the loci, the chapter loci, it is related to that. So that's why we are going to get OA is equal to OB because they are equidistant from the center. So that's why they are equidistant. Point on the point perpendicular line always equidistant from the center, so equidistant. And therefore triangle ODA is congruent to triangle ODB, and that's why AD is equal to BD. In fact, yeah, this is proof, or you can also check up with the scale also that AD is equal to BD, but of course when you need to prove it, you will need to write certain things over here. This is by CPCT. This is by SAS test. This is SAS and RHS test. And this is CPCT. Okay, this was question number. Okay, I missed it. This was question number 8. Okay. So we move forward to question number 11 in the next video.